This is my 2017 Dodge Challenger GT, and I've had this car since May 24th of 2019, so almost a year, and I'm finally getting around to making a video about it. This is a 3.6 liter, 305 horsepower. People say, how come you didn't get the Hellcat or the Demon? Well, it's a logical reason. This car is a four-wheel drive, and I've driven this car in the snow, and you can't drive a Hellcat or a Demon on the snow. Those are cars you keep in the garage for the winter. You bring them out on Sunday so your friends can look at you. I'm driving this car mostly every day. I can't honestly say I'm driving it every day because I've got two motorcycles. It's just a typical GT. It's higher than a, let me get back over here. It's higher than a normal Challenger. You can see the larger gap between the wheels there. This is because it's four-wheel drive. You have to have room for the differential in the front. 19-inch rims, matte black. It's a direct import from America, so of course I've got a little license plate in the back where a typical German car would have a long license plate. I always put the American flags on there. It's kind of dirty because of the pollen. I can't go to the car wash. Let's see. It's got a big trunk. I mean, I put 5 cases of beer in here, so I guess in Bavaria that's how you measure trunk size. It will hold at least 5 cases of beer, so at least 100 bottles of beer and some other stuff. So, and what under here is the spare tire. I always keep an extra grocery bag, paper bag, in case I need to get something and then I forget. That's one ugly spare tire. I thought about taking it out and putting it in a propane tank, but I get around to it eventually. Maybe, I don't know. It's not so important. Some people are like, oh, it uses too much gas. It's just a hog, and you know, it's too big, it's too long, and I don't care about those people. There's not much to say. It's just a regular Challenger. Let's check out the engine. The engine open there. You gotta stick your fingers up in there and slide that little latch right there. 3.6 liter. Yeah, I know it's nice if you live in the US where your gas costs basically nothing. You're paying like $2 a gallon, then complaining for, oh, my gas costs $2 a gallon. But here, normally, before this Corona thing hit, gas was around $6 and something. And I was considering that a deal. Now it's dropped down to just above $4 and something. I mean, it's just the engine, you know, this plastic stuff on there. Yeah, a 5.7 liter engine would be all right, a V8 and boom, 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 you know, but I don't have anybody to impress. It's full leather interior. And in the back, my son rides back there. It's a 5-seater, not like a Ford Mustang, but I'm not saying those people would fit in there comfortably. I've had 5 people in here, 2 adults, 1 on each side, and my son in the middle for a ride of about less than 2 hours. So it was comfortable for that. I wouldn't take a long trip with it. Let's get inside. Of course, it's a American car, so it's got your miles per hour over here, and lucky it's digital, so I can switch it to kilometers. You know, I can convert the miles per hour to kilometers when I'm riding anyways, but like my last car, the Dodge Nitro, didn't have it, so I just had to look at the miles per hour thing. But this one has it, so it's nice. And plus you got the little display back there where you can change your stuff. I'm looking around, make sure nobody's coming. Somebody be coming walking up. You can change the display, change the speed to miles per hour. I can change it right here. Let's see. Now it's in miles per hour. Switch it again, change it to kilometers per hour. You can do all kinds of things. Messages, mess with the audio. I have a USB stick inside for the music, which I'll show you here. I have that little micro USB stick there, a little small one. And I have about 2,000 songs on there. You can go through your trip info. I don't ride so much. Uses 13 liters per 100 kilometers. But it's automatic. It's got nice driving position, but as you can see, it's got a very long hood. When the first time somebody sits in here, like a German sits inside this car, and they look out, they're like, "Man, your hood is long." Yeah, it's a long hood. My wife has a Skoda, and they don't sell this car in America. And the hood is like drops off just beyond the dashboard there, so you don't even see this extra piece of hood here. But it's just a regular car. I mean, it's got a lot of stuff. It's in rear-wheel drive mode now. If I push the sport button over there, I can change it to 4-wheel drive. There you go, all-wheel drive. Then I push the button again, change it back to just rear-wheel drive. Normally at this temperature, it would switch to all-wheel drive. It's 5 degrees outside, so that's like around 40 degrees Fahrenheit. All right. So I'll change it back to speedometer, change it back to kilometers. Turn it off. This gas cap right here, I ordered up this gas cap, and then it came. I repainted it. I painted it matte black, and then put a clear coat on, a matte clear coat. It looks a little shiny, but it's actually matte. And that's about it. But my favorite feature of this car is in the wintertime, which obviously it's cold out here. My favorite feature is the remote start. Yeah. It's good to warm the car up in the winter, especially when you go to work at 4 o'clock in the morning on the early shift like I do. And that's my Challenger. Gregory Parker out. Still rolling.